Okay. Oh. Hello, hello, hello. 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 Hello, hello. Today, we have something special. I'm using my phone. We'll just get out the way real quick. I'm using my phone. I have to improvise because I don't have a tripod of any sort. As you can see, we are using this Oreo box to support my phone, and then I have here, hold on. Find Your Happy little candle melt wax as a weight to, as you can see, that little wiggle. It's just heavy enough to keep the phone down and keep it balanced. So I'm going to be doing a little look through. If I have something to comment on, I'll make a comment. If not, we'll move past it. I believe I had this for about 2 years. And I got this from a dollar store. I'm not sure if it was a Dollar General, a Dollar Tree, Family Dollar. I know it's from a dollar store, though. You might be able to find it at your local dollar store. Or maybe just off the conveyor belt somewhere. If you can find the factory where they make these kinds of books. There's nothing, there might have been something here at some point. I might have peeled it off. I don't know. It says stuff. It was either between this or a book that I believe was white with polka dots. And I wasn't really feeling that. We can get started now, though. I don't believe I have it at the moment. No, it's in the bag, but I don't know where the bag. Oh, I see the bag. I'll grab it real quick. I did find the bag. It was in a different spot than where I thought. Anyways, I have it now. It's this watermelon pen. Very nice. Also from the dollar store. As you can see, it's very nice. Okay. There we go. Little, here, hold on. Little fine nib. Little nib. I was using this for a bit when I got this because I seen it. I was like, yeah, let's try it out. And there's some other just random pens in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab a pen sometimes, or a pencil, out of, like, this jar that I got. There's this little mug that I was gifted, very nice trinket. That I also keep some in. And sometimes I just grab stuff out of there and just draw with it. Anyways, we can get going now. It's kind of hurting my neck a little bit to look up, but nothing really. I see. So this is what I feared. We're gonna have a problem showing the other side. I'll just bend the book. I don't really care. So I had this book for about 2 years. It's obviously not very big, but I just kind of doodle on other things sometimes. So that's part of the reason why it took so long to fill it. This is the very nice watermelon pen. Very lovely. Random doodles again with the watermelon pen. Kind of a page of nothing. Jellyfish eye thing, some pillar. Thimble, maybe? Like a gimp Darth Vader. I don't know if that's in focus, but pretty lovely, huh? Oh man. It's gonna take me a second to figure out how to do this, so bear with me. Got this. Some little dog creature right up here. Shapes. Shading. Excitement. Boxes. I don't really know what this is. Yeah. Lines should converge on a horizon line. A lot of these are in pencil. I don't know if I used pen very much in this, but a lot of them are pencil. I know that. Like this is pencil. Little orb of energy. Trying to go for like some lightning-esque effects. Kind of neat. Another orb of energy. More a fire. Random symbols. Perspective stuff. Random head. A neat little page, very inspired. Capillary coil. There's gotta be a better way of... I'm not sure. Maybe if I, yeah. Zoom out, maybe? Does that allow me to get everything? It does, but then it's too small. Okay, that's better. There, I can actually show a double page spread now. That's very lovely. Things. Man on Fire uses the idea is you use the skin, the organic matter, as a fuel for the fire. Something about stripping skin, wrapping around an object, which then gives it a new life. Little nails with symbols etched in them. I remember making this page. I was in the closet of my grandparents' room. My uncle was in the hospital. Little, I'm not sure what this is actually called, but it's a famous composition, you know, of the two, if I can, you know, the hands, God's hand coming down to, I'm assuming like Adam, might be someone else, not sure. They're also just holding their flesh and giving it up for one of those orbs. I got this guy missing an eye. I'm trying not to reach over this side, but I need like a pointer. Pikmin pointer. Very lovely. Got this page. I remember being pretty happy about this at the time, which, it's fine. I don't know, I feel like it's got a bit of perspective going on. You can really feel that this is popping out and that this is behind it. I think the issue though is that it's not, the line work's not very dark, so it doesn't really pop out the way it should. This was done with crayons. It's another one of those orbs on a pillar. I drew quite a few pillars in this book. I'm looking at it. I'm not sure how good the lighting is. I can move the light real quick, I guess. Well, maybe a different position for the camera. Could also try that. Maybe, oh, well, then that gets rid of the Oreo. And I kind of liked that, personally. That was a bit humorous. Still not working, though. The way that I'm... It's a little scuff. I don't know, I think the lighting is a little better. Maybe not. Oreo, and then I need light somehow. Okay, well, I can't move that light. I just had a crazy idea. I had a good thing going. Or at least a better thing. Somewhat usable and predictable. Anyways, we're done staring at this page. Frog head, turtle, pig. Oh, this is a receipt paper that I drew on while I was at work. Let's see. Read what it says, maybe. Sword edge, demon howl, monstrous intent, disembowel, little creatures, mercy foul, Montenegro's tiny monsters. This also has more writing. I don't think I'm gonna read that because I don't feel like it. So if you can read it, go for it. I don't know, like ninja type thing. I like this. It's me, but shapes. These are supposed to be more of Montenegro's monsters, I believe. The Infallibles, I think, is what I was calling them. You got this guy. Sort of got a lot going on. Some rose flower type thing growing from him. Eyeball. Random skin burning. Things happening. Little weird hand. Oh. This is the same idea with those pins with the runes. Taking a, right there, a little dog thing, little fox, wrapping a sword in its skin, and then it's making this thing. I like this too. I remember when I made it. Got like little mouths around the peculiars. Little shapes. I think that's neat. I remember doing something similar to that when I was younger. The shapes in the face, that is. Yeah. Got another paper that I've drawn. A lot of work. Yeah. Even the moths watch. That's what it says. Don't know what he's talking about. Symbols. Fish. I'm not really sure what's going on. There's like a blade of some sort coming out of its body. Some little hook hand, dice, shell. I don't know. One of the eye things kind of looks like those Bloodborne, whatever they're called. Blooms, something. I believe this guy is loosely based off of the King of Doors from Death's Door. Very, very beautiful game. I like the little wizard old man. He's pretty cool. Peanuts. I like the eyes. I like his expression. This was lettering for a tattoo. This was actually for my tattoo. I was sketching it out on this piece of paper, and then I did it on a loose leaf piece of paper because it worked out better. Look at that. It kind of matches now. Got this thing. Little dragon. Kind of cool. Look at that. Menacing. Oof. Shivers. There's also, what side is it on? There you go. This, little thing that my cousin drew. I believe it's an elephant with big ears and looped earrings. It's got its little trunk, its eyes. It's like crying. Pretty lovely. I like that as like a little surprise in there. I trained, I trained endlessly for the course of 18 chapters, and my toad summon is still not strong enough to yada yada yada. I like the hands on this. I I referenced my own hands for both of these. I remember I was sitting there on the couch sketching them. For some reason, I'm having a hard time remembering how to do them, even though I'm looking at them. I got that one with the left hand. I think it's a pretty neat shape. I like how it came out. And then there's this one. Kind of simple. But I really like how they came out. It was originally, it kind of took a comedic angle because it was originally gonna actually be big and like destroying this whole city, but I didn't want to draw it again. And then I thought it'd be funny if it was just tiny, right? So that's how I got to this point. I really like the expression here. It reminds me of Monthosaurus from Monsters vs. Aliens. I like this chicken. It's got a very good shape to it. I also like this guy. It's the conduct. Analyzing grow guts. Venus is the, hold on. Super psychoanalytical science paper. I can't read that, I gotta move it up. Moon rocks got me on Venus in the fly's trap. Swat the ops. Wait, what? Moon rocks got me on Venus in the fly's trap. Swat the ops with atomic bomb built like your mom. There you go. These are moon phases with a cat's face on it. This is Aztec onyx, as you can see. I don't know what this weird little thing is. I think it was, I want to say I was drawing a gun, because it kind of looks like a gun, and somewhere along the way, I decided it did not look like a gun, so we pivoted to this little monster. This is spaghetti solar system, eye fork. Oh, I want to turn your eyes into forks and eat spaghetti with them. Ant Mac, the inside of an ant, what it looks like when they pilot the ants. Gun hand. Sniper rifle made out of bones. I like the tongue. It's got a very squishy, fleshy kind of feel. I also like this finger. Kind of looks a bit like the front end of like some kind of jet. I don't know what this thing was about. I remember making it. I've always liked it. It's very, I don't know, it's got some kind of energy about it. It's very weird. I also like this hand. pretty sure I did draw this. Yeah. I can stay down a little bit. Whenever I see this bit, it makes me kind of think of Five Nights at Freddy's. Little wings made out of fingers. Arms sprouting like neurons. Flowers. Ball of energy. I kind of like this face. I actually like that one more. Fart. Worm smoking. Yeah, some of these pages just kind of have nothing on them, and I don't feel the need to go back and fill up the space. This thing looks like something that'd be in Fortnite. Hand sword. Let me move these. Oh, there's nothing. Herb. Show these. I think the main reason I kept this was because of courage. I don't mind everything else that's going on, but it's mostly this courage. I feel like that's, for the scale and everything, that's very nice. I was very happy with that one. It looks, I don't know, it just looks really good. Oh, there's another one, which I think I also kept for a similar reason. I really like this courage. I also like this dog. That one. That's like a beaver. Stupid dog. I don't know if this is gonna stick again. Oh, it is. I don't know. It'll be upside down. Cutting the eye comes down, turns into worm, turns into snail, turns into worm with wing, turns into wormy thing with butterfly wing. Natural evolution. This guy is holding up the brain on the little platform. I always thought this little finger's face kind of looked like Hitler, with the way the hair is and the... It wasn't my intention, but I can't help but see it every time. I actually think this is not bad. I believe this is a sketch of a random UFC fighter. But whenever I look out of it, I think of the old man from Squid Game, Sion Biak, I think, unless that's the woman from Squid Game. You got these two like pear creatures kissing. These little fingers holding them. This guy coming out of a milk jug, very surprised. I drew this kind of idea a lot. I remember when I was younger. I would draw like a soda bottle, milk jug, something, like a funnel, and their head be sticking out of it. No idea why. Some lemons, very nice. Joe Goat with a fez. Oh, yeah, that's another example of what it would kind of look like. Nerd juice. Pretty neat. I'm pretty sure this kind of reminds me of, I think there's like some kind of sports team that has like an alligator like this, or crocodile, whatever one. And high schools tend to reuse professional teams, so I feel it kind of looks like that to me. His head is getting like blasted open, and it's got like markings etched on it now from the blast. I'm not sure who this is. It might be Orlin, Nikocato's boyfriend. I'm not 100% though. I like this thing. Whatever it is. I don't like this thing. This is called the Lamb. That's what it reminds me of. I've redrawn this guy a couple times now. It's like a bird with a scythe for the top part of its head. I like his shoes. I can't really point to it. These things, I seen them in a dream. When I woke up, I drew them. These things, they were actually doing that to me. They had like these little copper tubes for feet. Kind of like, I think these were red and they were yellow body, and then these little spots were red. And they just latch onto you. Then these things were like blue, I want to say. I don't remember what color these little lines were in them. But they were just like all over the place. Like these were crawling on me, and then these were just on the floors. Little boot with a flower in it. That's Wally right there. I like the idea of this. They're very like simple sketches, but something about it is very neat. Trick weapon, Bloodborne. About halfway. This was to help me remember Portuguese. I was drawing, I learned that in psychology, that you can, if you can associate it with a drawing, it'll help solidify it. Dedos, mão, pé. I don't know how good my Portuguese pronunciations are, so if you could let me know. Ojos, esquerdo, orla, I'm not sure. Yeah. Learning things. I like this thing. It reminds me of like a book. I don't know what book, but it just looks like something that'd be in a children's book. It's mostly the line art. It really reminds me of something like that. This thing's kind of cute. Obviously, I was trying to emulate that idea a bit further. I don't think it captures it as well, though. But I like the idea of bird, tree. I like the guy's expression. He seems very just, I don't know. He's just such a dude, you know? I think this is some decent for shortening. I don't really like the shape of this finger. The thumb's a little weird, but I like the idea of the attempt. I don't know if I realized it at the time, but I'm realizing right now while looking at it, this guy's proportion is so strange. He's got like this big pectoral muscle, this big, I'm not sure what that's called. I'm not sure what that's called right now. But then his arms are super lanky. He's got an immaculate build on him. I don't know how you can build so much chest without building your arms. It's very odd. This guy seems like he's having a bad day, and I feel for him. These are like some kind of thing that I was thinking up of. The eyes, they kind of like grow. There's like these slits that form in them. The scapula like kind of turns out, and it gets like these wings. The fingers, the bones in them grow out. Kind of like Wolverine, except not like in between the fingers. It's just straight through them, like claws. I could not figure that finger out. I like this owl tree thing. I like this guy too. Already looking at this, I keep forgetting about this guy. I need to redraw him properly. Because he's supposed to be a bottom half. There's supposed to be like two entities. And they like pull their hands together and link them. Sort of like a symbiotic relationship. And they become like a more fledged creature. I thought it was out of frame a little bit. Hamburger helper. But like something terrible has happened in his life. Probably got into drugs. I love this guy. He's got such an expression. Oh yeah. The thoughts behind thoughtless eyes. What could he be thinking, huh? This is supposed to be like his, the pillar has these little markings etched into it, and they put the head on top of it, and the flesh started to regenerate into the pillar. Menacing. This is a sketch, it looks like, of that one thing that I was talking about. They link their fingies. A lot of these hands I've noticed a couple times, sometimes I get like a really nice finger, but the rest of the hand just doesn't do it for me, you know? It's mostly this pinky. This pinky's kind of messing up this finger, which then, you know, but not terrible. This is very Sukuna. I like this guy. He's really funny. There's something a friend drew. I like the 1,000-yard stare he's got on him. The god hand quivers to the sight of revolution. Rest AK. I like this thing. The tentacle seems a little bit flat compared to this one, but still like it. So Breedus from Bloodborne. So far I'm seeing a lot of ideas that I gotta revisit and redraw. I think I could sketch them out a couple more times and refine an idea. Make something more complete. Hornet. And a cat. I like this thing. It's like a cat, and it's kind of like the Demogorgon's face. It just kind of peels back. And there's like teeth and stuff. A little snake tongue. I like his eyes. Shadow of the Colossus. I really like Aztec things. I like the shapes, the ideas. Shulker. That's like Digimon. I forgot if this thing has a name. It's not come to mind. Yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to be, I'm not really sure, honestly, where I want to go with it, but it's a thing. It's some form of guardian. I can say that. My mom was talking about a tattoo that she wanted, so I was sketching that up. This is the finished design. Oh, what do I guess more? Ah, there we go. Kilba, God Eater. The idea is that there's supposed to be an injustice occurring, where people are taking advantage of the angels by giving the flesh up to them, and they're bestowing these little orbs of power. And then the people who are not participating in this heretical practice used Kilba, who's an old priest. They carved themselves up and put them inside of him as a sacrifice. And he's just kind of built like that, you know? He just kind of eats things like the angels. Powerful expression. I've actually been drawing ribs again, trying to learn the shapes better. I like this thing. I wanna draw it again. Do the U's a bit nicer and refine it. Well, this actually isn't bad, honestly. It's pretty nice compared to what I do sometimes. I also like the shape in here. It's pretty cool. I like him. It's got a cool shape going on. This guy's just kind of wearing his dainty little hand. For some reason, this kind of looks like Sonic to me. I think it might be the eyes and like the nose. But that's all I didn't draw on these. Maybe I should. Might have to go back and draw on those. Oh, damn. I can shut over. Where's a rib cage real quick? No, I said I was doing it, but I'm not seeing it. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I think I understand the shape a bit better, so I could make it more proper. I don't have any other sketchbook finished at the moment, so I don't really have anything to show. I showed this page. I think this is neat. There we go. Yeah, that's stuff finished. Oh, yeah. Maybe a little. Yeah, that's that. 2